Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and this is Friday, May the 13th. Woo! Hope you've had a lucky day. I love Friday the 13th. It's such a fun day. And I hope you've had a good day with it and had some good luck. I always thought 13 was my lucky number because I seem to end up with it in synchro competitions and other events where, you had a number and I seem to end up with 13 a lot. So I figured it was, it was a lucky thing for me. So hopefully it's been a good day for you too. It's Friday evening. And so this is Connie's Craft Along. Hopefully you are joining me. If you are here, say hello. I'm just going to get this up on my other device so I can see who's joining me. And give me a hello, give me a, let me know how you're doing and what you're up to and all those fun things. Okay, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Too many buttons. Facebook, oh yes, maybe it is what I wanted. Oh, Donna and Mary are both watching me. Excellent, hello ladies, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a little bit of a crazy situation. Okay, so I have a question. I think it's an Instagram thing. I have this thing that keeps popping up on my tablet saying, add your birthday. And it says, why do I need to do this? And I have not pushed the button because I haven't had time because I'm trying to do other things. Are either of you on Instagram? Have you had this? Is it driving you absolutely batty? Because it keeps popping up and I don't know how to make it go away. I close it and then it just opens itself up and pops up on my screen again. Anyway, hopefully it behaves itself while we're here and crafting. So, crafting tonight, interesting scenario. So you may see from the background that I'm back at the craft studio. I am home for a few days. I have our church council has a retreat tomorrow that I'm going to. So I came home for that. And then I have synchro on Sunday and it's closer to drive back here than it is to go to the cottage. So I'll come back here and then I have some things I need to do on Monday during regular business hours. So I'll do that and then probably head back to the cottage at some point after that. But I decided I wasn't going to bring everything home with me because I'm only here for a few days and I have stuff going on. So I'm home. So I was so organized. I had Connie's Craft Along all prepped about 2 or 3 days ago. I had done the photo of what you needed. I had scheduled the Facebook post to go up. And I had packed up all the bits and pieces that I had cut and the thing that I used for the photo and everything. And then I brought home just a few stamps and things. Hi, Candy, thanks for joining us. And I thought, okay, I'm not taking home all of my ink because my stand is old and it wobbles. Even when I pack it in the box with bubble wrap around it, it kind of wobbles. And the post up the middle of it did break a little bit last year. And Steve was able to, put a new thread on it and it's okay. It's 1 or 2 layers shorter, but I don't want it to break again. So I thought, well, if I don't have to take the whole thing home, I won't. I'll just take home a few ink pads. So I got out a few that I knew I needed and I thought, well, I'll take all the ink colors home. And off we came. And then I get home, it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring the ink for tonight. And I don't have a couple of the colors that I would have used. So we're on to plan B for tonight's crafting. It'll be fine. Susie McKenzie, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you have any craft stuff prepped, you can join us in the crafting. Otherwise, you can just watch along and chit chat and visit and all that sort of stuff. So, shall we craft? Let me put this down here, and I will bring this in. I must say, though, the more you set up your lights and your camera and everything, the easier it gets. I've got the desk place that I can reach everything. I don't have to crawl around under the floor. And so, there are some advantages of building it and pulling it apart on a regular basis. Alrighty, so for tonight, you need a card base, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You need a piece of designer series paper, 5.5 by 2.5. This is from the New Horizons pack, the package with all the beautiful scenery sorts of watercolor look. You need, I hope everyone understood this. I said the largest layered circle die. So this is, hello, Lorna. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the largest circle, and it's about 3 inches in diameter. But you could also cut a square, or, you know, truly you can cut any shape that you want. So hopefully you understood. If you didn't have circle dies, it could be anything. Absolutely better late than never. Never's not a good thing, but you know, late, well, we've hardly even started, so no worries there. You need a piece of basic white or very vanilla that is 1 1/4 by 2.5. And again, that can be adjusted if needed. This is for your sentiments. So if you're, you know, if you have a longer sentiment or a bigger sentiment, you can tweak that a little bit. Oliver is sleeping over tonight. Oh, what fun. Always fun when you have the grandkids. So I'm going to assume then perhaps, Lorna, you are not crafting with us tonight. You're just watching, and you'll craft another time. And then I said an interest element, a die cut or a punch, or you could fussy cut something from some designer series paper or whatever you like, just a little accent piece of some sort. Not crafting. No, I know it's tough when Oliver is helping you, isn't it? And then the usuals: stamps, ink, adhesive, bone folder, some embellishments. And I have to say that I did have an order waiting for me when I got home that Steve had brought in, and whoopoo! So I opened it up quickly, partly because as I changed directions on what I was going to stamp, because I didn't have the inks that I had sort of planned, but I also have some wonderful new embellishments to play with, so we will probably play with those tonight. Alrighty, so we are going to start with some stamping. So you need your 2 white pieces, and this smaller one, as I said, is going to be for your sentiment. And then on this one, you can stamp an image, and it could be full, it could be partial, it can be over the edge, it can be whatever you like, depending on your designer series paper or what stamps and ink you've pulled out. Entirely up to you. So I am using a brand new stamp set that I have not quite finished putting together, but I think I have everything that I need to put together. So this is Heron Habitat, and it is in the new annual catalog, and I fell in love with it the minute I saw it, really because of this guy. We have blue herons up at the cottage, and I love them. So I thought, wow, this is, you know, I love him. I must have this. And now that I have it, I'm looking at these bulrushes. I really like that. I like this. This is just a little interest, you know, a little water and some stuff growing there. Here's our lovely heron in flight, which I see. Is this a baby heron? I have no idea what a baby heron looks like. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think his neck is going to grow that much, but it's a bird. Maybe a different water bird. I'll have to find out what that is. And then you're in my thoughts. Enjoy your day. I'm so thankful for you. Happy birthday and thank you. Wonderful, wonderful sentiment. So I haven't even used it yet, and I'm totally in love with it. You may see this one a lot, ladies. Just saying. Starting with tonight. So I'm going to use the Enjoy Your Day, and and look, I'm using a little ink spot. These are the uninked ink spots. that are available in the annual catalog. And this one is Evening Evergreen. And I had made this. These are wonderful if you're using the Stamparatus. They're just really easy to work with on the Stamparatus, so you don't get ink from your big ink pad all over the place. But I had made this, oh, hopefully it's got nothing left in it. I had made this when Laura and I were working on her wedding invitations because I was using the Stamparatus, and this was just a whole lot easier. I didn't have a little Evening Evergreen ink spot, so I made one. But we did a lot of stamping, so hopefully there's enough ink in here to get me through this card. The next card, I have different ink colors. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so there is the sentiment, and I thought I got out my stamp cleaner, but I don't see where. So we will just move on for now. So then on here, I was thinking I would do the bulrushes. Ink him up, and I want to stamp him and then stamp again. So stamp and stamp off without inking. So I have first and second generation stamping. So I'm making sure he's nice and inky. This looks like a distinctive stamp because this bottom piece is not as dark. Oh, look, I got a little bit of a halo up there. We might have to put a gem there. I'm not sure what that is, but maybe I should flip him over. I don't even see ink. Well, I guess maybe there is some ink on there. We'll try. Whoopsie, round two. There goes my flyer. That was my flyer to remind me to let people know about the joining special that is on for the month of May. If you have a big wish list from the new annual catalog, the absolute best way to get all the wonderful things that you would like is to join the Great Stamping Believers team. And to do that, you just sign up. You get $165 worth of any product that you want for just $135. There is no shipping or tax on that. It will go directly to you. And then in addition to all of that, you will get all of the new in color ink pads, and you will get a package of the assorted in color cardstock and a package of the in color 6x6 designer series paper and some in color grid paper. So you get lots of in color products, 5 stamp pads, which is awesome, along with the cardstock and designer series paper and that. So it's a wonderful deal. It's over $90 worth of additional value, and you will get all that for free just for joining the Great Stamping Believers team. And after you've joined, if you choose to shop further, you will get at least a 20% discount on everything you purchase. You will have early access to Stampin' Up! Products when they release new products. You will get to be a part of our team and join us for our team crafting and other things that we do together as a group of awesome ladies. They are a wonderful group of crafters and friends, and so that is something that you may want to think about for this month. Oh, I do have glue. Okay, so I have just, as you can see here, I have stamped the bulrush and then I stamped off, and I'm going to leave it because I am going to put this over the edge a little bit and the sentiment, and you'll see how it all comes together. So let's put it all together. Here is the designer series paper that we're using, and I'm going to use some liquid glue so that I can kind of wiggle it around a little bit if I need to. And I'm going to put it down near the bottom of my card base. that. It's sort of tacked down, and then I'm just going to flip it over and give it a nice press. There we go. And then I'm going to put the lid back on the glue because this is a fairly new bottle of glue, and so it does tend to come out very easily, and I don't want to lean on it. And then I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. There we go. These off of here. So when I got home today, there was a fly in the house, and this fly, I don't know how long he's been in here. Steve was here. He didn't tell me there was a fly in here that he hasn't been able to catch. But this thing was buzzing around like crazy. It's like, oh my goodness, you have so much energy, Mr. Fly. But I have not. I haven't got him out the door or out a window or anything, and I don't know where he is right now. So I just don't want him to come buzzing in tonight when I'm in bed, because it will not end well for him. So now we have these. These are from the tulip dies. I just cut some of the. This is actually a 6-inch strip that it will die cut, but I didn't want it that long, and it's just going to put that there. I might have to trim it off a little bit. And I wasn't quite sure. I might. It seems very chopped off at this end, and I don't. I was thinking I might need to. I think I'm going to. There goes. Hope this works. I was just going to kind of, line this down, soften the end of it a little bit, maybe even up a little bit more. I was thinking it would look a little more natural. I like that better. And then this is going to go on here somewhere, maybe all down about here, maybe up a little. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put some adhesive onto this part and glue it to this. Actually, maybe I'll put it onto here. I'm going to put it onto here and glue it to this, and then I'm going to put that whole piece on with dimensionals. So it's just going to kind of float there a little bit. I'm just going to, I want this about here, and this will be about here. Just touching that down so I know where I want it. I'll pick it up, flip it over, and give it a nice press down. And I think I may have to trim this end a little bit, but that's okay. We can do that as well. But I am going to attach all of this with dimensionals. Now, the only thing you need to think about when you're doing this, oh, the cats. You know what? I don't know that my cats would catch a fly. They haven't yet. They're little, but they're at the cottage, so they're definitely not going to catch this guy. But I have learned that my cats are actually totally scared of chipmunks because we put them on a leash and take them out in the morning. We go down to the dock and have coffee, and the chipmunks, of course, come because it's breakfast time and they figure we should be, shelling out the peanuts for them. The chipmunks are not really scared of the cat. They're pretty much oblivious. It's like, I heard there's peanuts, so let's make with the food. But my cat just crouches down and will not move. He's like, oh, I'm not going anywhere near that thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to be near it. So yes, my cats are scared of chipmunks. You can tell they're not outdoor cats. I always thought, well, what would I do if he started to run after it? He's on a leash, though, so he can only go so far. But, oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't think he's going to chase it. I have actually have a photo of Pogo, my cat, on the back deck at the cottage, and he's sitting down, and the chipmunk is less than a foot away, and they're both looking at each other. And I didn't realize cats were so scared of chipmunks when they're indoor cats and not used to being out. And I'm looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know who is more stupid. The cat for not chasing the chipmunk, or the chipmunk for just sitting here not being scared of the cat. But apparently these cats are also scared of the chipmunk. So maybe it wasn't that odd that he didn't chase them before. I don't know. But I know cats do chase chipmunks if they're outside and they're, used to doing the outside world thing. Okay, time for some gems. So look what I have here. These are the 2021 to 2023 in color opal rounds. And brand new, not even out of the package yet, but here goes. So this is Evening Evergreen, soft succulent, polished pink, fresh freesia, and pale papaya. So I've used fresh freesia, and this is mango melody, but I was thinking this pale papaya actually kind of, oh, there's my fly. I just heard him buzz by. Kind of goes with this as well. So I could do the orange, or I could do the fresh freesia. I'm thinking I should do the fresh freesia because there's not a lot of it. Originally, I had planned to stamp this fresh freesia, and that's why I cut this in this color to pick it up from the paper. But apparently, I don't have that in here. So we'll make do with gems in that color. We'll put some. I think if I put it on here, it will show up as fresh freesia. If I put it over here, I'm not certain that it will look as purple. It doesn't look as purple. It's not that though. I'll leave one there. Throw the other one down. There we go. So it's a little different than I had originally planned it, but I think it works okay. So there is card number 1. This is the card that I made as my sample. I think I cased something. I think I cased the catalog, something out of the catalog, but I don't remember what exactly. Anyway, so this is the Artfully Composed designer series paper, and I've cut the bottom. You can see the little, can you see those ripples? There are little zigzaggy ripples in that. This is also from the Artfully Layered stamp set, and this is one of the dies from that same bundle. This is from the bamboo stamp set. I would have to look that name up because I didn't bring the stamp set home with me. So there's a couple of cards, and I have cut for another one, and this one has more new product. So Parakeet Party, it's that beautiful bright green that is one of the in colors. And here's my 2 circles again. I have cut, this is just the Brilliant Wings dies, the butterflies that we have had for a little while now, cut in fresh freesia. And I cut it in fresh freesia because I am using a piece of the Butterfly Kisses designer series paper. So almost hard to see, but that is fresh freesia. And I'm going to, let's see, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. So those colors are all in there. I guess this is Calypso Coral. Almost looks like Strawberry Slush, but that's not listed on here. So this is 6x6 paper, brand new. There's the there's the rest of the 6. I had to cut it. But anyway, so let's play with this guy. And for this one, what was I? Oh, I was going to actually use, I was thinking I would use possibly this heron, have him flying. But then I don't know. Oh, there's that fallback. I don't know if the flying heron and the flying butterfly will coordinate. It was kind of like, oh my, look at all this. What am I going to do? So I'm going to set this on here. And then this would be here with this guy and this guy. And I think that's going to look ridiculous, isn't it? Yes. So we're going to abandon that. Maybe I can put this on just because I think this is really cool. And then I have the bamboo again. I think I might do that this time. But I need to find my stamp cleaner. I thought I had brought it over, but perhaps not. One moment, please. I cannot find it. I took it out. And now I don't know where I put it. I took it out with stamp set. It should be here. Why is it not with this whole stack of stamp pieces? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna grab this one. We're bringing in the big one. I'm sure I brought it home. Maybe. This is when you start to doubt yourself, right? It's like, okay, I thought I was bringing that home, but I don't know where I put it, and it would have been with this stuff, but I don't see it, so maybe I didn't, because now I can't find it. Bamboo Beauty. Yes, Lorna, you are absolutely correct. That's the one. Thank you. Thank you for having my back. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, I did bring home all of my in-color ink pads. So look, I have Parakeet Party ink. So guess what color we're using on this card? Parakeet Party. And I think that I will use the same sentiment, partly because it's it's here and it's mounted, but I really love it. Enjoy your day. Like, what a you could just send this card to anyone for anything. Just they would know that you're thinking of them, and all you say is enjoy your day. I think it's fabulous. Yes. Okay, now we're going to try this one. Just, ooh, this is a very inky ink pad. So I'm going to press very gently here and hopefully not get any of the ink from around the ridge onto this circle because I have lots of ink on it. So then I didn't really press over there hard enough, but I think I'm going to let it go. Because it's kind of, actually it's kind of lighter on both sides. Maybe that's the stamp. Oh, look, it's the stamp. It's not the operator this time. It's the stamp. I didn't, should look and see if it says it is a distinctive. It doesn't seem to say, but it sure looks like it. Oh my goodness, there's so much shading in these images now. It's wonderful. So again, I think I'm going to stamp this twice. I'm going to stamp it, and then I will stamp second generation and put a little lighter set of wool rushes on there. So now we've got all sorts of different shading, all just with one ink color. That's the fun thing with stamping off. You get really, two different colors of ink from the very same ink pad. So, okay, that fly is starting to buzz around. I'd say he'll drive me nuts, but that would just open me up for comments from you to suggest that it's too late for that, right? You gotta laugh at yourself, don't you? So up at the cottage, I have a friend that I walk with, and she is truly a crazy lady, Last year she averaged, well, she did at least 7.1 kilometers a day every day in 2021. So far in 2022, she is averaging 11 kilometers a day. So she is truly a crazy lady. She is a retired Metro police officer. So she's used to being active and staying in shape and all those good things. But holy mackerel, she's a crazy lady. So anyway, I saw her for the first time yesterday. They came up, but they didn't get up there till the afternoon, and they were, getting the cottage opened up and getting the water on and all that sort of stuff. So we went for just a little stroll so she could stretch out her legs after being stuck in the car for 3 hours. But we didn't walk. And I need to trim this a little bit because apparently I couldn't measure 5.5 inches. So this morning we did walk. So we did kind of between 6 and 7K. I can't remember. It might be over 7K by the time we were finished, but it was absolutely over 6, well over 6. So it has begun. So, and I'm not sore. I'm really glad. Now, I did make her sort of slow the pace. She walks really quickly, and later in the season, I will walk faster than I am walking right now. But I have not been walking 11K a day, and I've not been walking every day. I did, it is very active on the ski hill, but it's not walking. It is different. I'm a swimmer. So anyway, we're back at it. So I'm just, I'm hoping that I won't, that I will be able to move tomorrow, that I won't be super sore or anything. So I think it'll be okay, but it's the big joke. And I definitely call her the crazy lady. I used to have, do I still have it? Let's see if I have it here. Yes, here it is. So this, I didn't realize that first, this lady is actually, and it's probably not her, but this dress is an emoji on phones and stuff. It's a flamenco dancer dress, and she's, flinging up the edges and stuff. So that became our emoji for crazy lady. And this is from the cartoon Between Friends. When I saw this, I just howled. So I cut one out for me, and I keep it on my desk here at home to remind me all winter that the crazy lady's going to make me walk in the summer. And I sent one to her, and I called her a crazy lady when I sent it. So now this one, I think I might actually put the interest element, the butterfly, on top, just because I don't think I don't really want him hidden. He might be okay hidden, but there's a lot of white, so I think I'm going to put him right over top of all of this stuff. So here we go. So I put this on with dimensionals. So then when I'm putting this on with dimensionals, I don't want dimensionals here. I can put some glue here, just liquid glue, but I only want my dimensionals in this section so that it's even and not, everything's not, lopsided and leaning over and all that. So I'll go along the bottom, at the top, but not this corner. Throw one over there. And I don't know, it will stick just fine. It probably doesn't need any glue, but I may just throw a little dab of glue on here before I put it down. There we go. That'll do. A little dab will do you. Hold it in place. There we go. And then I think I want him on dimensionals as well. So this is pretty tiny. I do have, I do. I have to say, I think one of these mini guys will fit right onto there. And that's about all you will get. But these are super sticky, so it should be fine. It should hold it okay. And I'm going to put this guy right up there. There we go. And then I have more new. I got these out. These are iridescent pearls. So we have the pearl basic jewels, and we still have those. But these are, and we have iridescent sequins, rhinestones that came out recently. But these are pearls, and these are also lovely. Can you see? They don't really show the iridescent. They look very shiny there, but there is a little bit of a pink, almost opal-like pink, and kind of greeny. I'm sure it's reflecting stuff around it, but they're lovely. Trust me, they're lovely. So I was thinking I could put those on, or the other one is these 2022 to 2024 in color matte decorative dots. And since we have used Parakeet Party, that's one of the in colors. So here we have dots: Strawberry Slush, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. And they are all ombre. So this is the darkest over to the lightest, and then two different sizes. So lots and lots and lots of different shades and colors in this package. So I could put some of these on, but then there's a whole lot of green. Too much green? She says. I could use the lighter ones. They're kind of different. Maybe the lighter green. Should we give it a go? Or the pearls? The pearls don't. They could go on there. I know. Here's it. Oh, I got it. I'm going to put one of these pearls onto the butterfly because I often put a gem here. There we go. Look at that. See, we're when you can't make a decision, just use it all. And then I'm going to put, oh, why is he not sticky? Where'd my, oh, there's my sticky. My glue dot got detached. There we go. I'll do that, and some of these, maybe a couple of these up here, right? There. See, I didn't have to make a choice after all. I used them both. Okay, so there's that card. A little bit hard to see those gems from afar, isn't it? But they do show up, and they're nice. I like, they're not the exact color because I used the lighter end of the ombre one. So this is more like the stamped off color. So it kind of all works. There we go. So there's the two cards that I made. There is the one that was the original sample. Do that. And see, now some nights I'm too low, and now tonight I'm almost too high, aren't I? Okay, there we go. You can see everything there, including my scissors. Get them out of the way. And I will do this. Hopefully, oh, thanks for the hearts. Love the love. This, there we go. I'm back. I'm, so I think that's a little bit better, isn't it? A little bit brighter. So, so thank you so much for coming along with me this evening on this crafting adventure. I hope that you like these cards. Maybe you'll give this kind of a layout a try. It's very versatile. You just, throw different elements on and pick a pretty paper and off you go. So, it's supposed to be gorgeous this weekend. So I hope you have an awesome weekend, and we will see you all again really soon. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great one, everyone. Bye for now.